Hello everyone and welcome to Zeepkist Cup of the Day. For those of you who don't know how this works, we get 10 minutes to practice a map we have never seen before, after which there will be 2-minute elimination rounds where the slowest players get eliminated. Today's map is made by Rory. It's loading, it's loading. Here we go, Red Hot Inferno. Oh yeah, it's gonna be one of these maps. Alright. Yeah, so this is the Rory special style of map where it is difficult to do well because the lines are hard to find. And if you mess up at all, you lose like 20 seconds. Gonna be a lot of learning. Fortunately, there's good signs. It's going to be a learning map, and it's a long author time, which concerns me a little bit, given how much time you could probably lose by getting anything wrong. And there are slowsters there. Oh boy. There's a lot going on in this map. Alright, so I got a 56 from my first run, which is only 7 seconds off AT. Which is kind of surprising considering how badly I flubbed the first turn. I agree with Lindsay, feels like a lot to remember, indeed. Okay, that actually worked pretty well. There may be some tricks to that Omni. I almost wonder if braking for like a little bit of a drift is going to be beneficial. Uh-oh. Pull. Fortunately, it looks like a good time on this map is going to be a bit faster than the 49 author time set. I don't know if that was grinded at all. Which is good, because I'm a little concerned with one of these style of maps about how much extra time it might take if you make small mistakes. And 49 is already, you know, you basically get 2 runs, no resets. Oh, actually, I think you don't want to jump that. I think you want to do it more like I did the first run. And then this, you want to avoid everything. The pools of lava slowing you down. Yeah, it's already a 48. Alright, so we're probably pushing like 46 on a perfect run. Fortunately, it does seem like, with everything that there is to remember, that it's actually not too difficult. Rory's had a couple of these style of maps that have been quite difficult to do well and remember everything that you need to do. Alright, I might want to be paying attention to speeds before that jump so that I can do that landing well. Seem to have that down pretty well. A little bit wider of a corner entry, so I don't smash into the wall at the end. Otherwise, it feels like I've kind of got this map down pretty well, given that there's still 6 minutes in the warm-up round. This transition's a little wonky. And I said don't jump that, but jump this. 120, it's like 7, I think, before I started going uphill. Is that landing even faster where the sign is? So it almost feels like you're just going out of the way. Wide setup. Yeah, I gained a few tenths, I think, with the wide setup. Might not need to go that wide, though. Rory says signs are the fastest line for sure. Which I doubt that one sign, but The signs are definitely helping, because I think this would have been quite a lot to remember without them. That turn is still strange because of where the Omni is located. Okay, so I want to try something. Like, why not just go this way? You get a little bit less of a downhill landing. That booster evens you out. I'm gonna play with that a bit. Man, that late apex is kind of hard to do. You have to be so patient in that turn. I do love me a good late apex turn, though. Clear the bump. How early is this? 5 seconds at that jump? So you will have time to reset if you, like, do something like that I just did. That is where a lot of the speed is probably going to come from on this map. It's just getting... Whoa, way off to the right. Getting the beginning well. Yeah, there we go. Almost like, do you want to drift a little bit to get that Omni better? Oh, I over-arms-stepped. I feel like I don't need to practice the end. The final corner's a little sketchy, but I can take that safe the first couple of rounds. I feel like what I need to practice is the first half of this map. Okay, maybe landing further to the left. Well, that was a good start. That's not landing left. See, if I don't hit that Omni facing the right direction, I end up so far up the hill. There's like a bounce. Okay, let me photo mode this. Where exactly am I landing? Come around this corner. I think you just want to land super left so that you can turn as much as possible before hitting that Omni booster. Kind of like that. Even with my PB. 123 was the speed I saw, but that might have been a little bit into the air. That's a really neat section, actually. The dodging the lava slowsters on the ground. Lindsay's looking quite fast, the 46.7. A lot of people, oh, not a lot of people actually, only 2 other people in the low 47s. And a bunch of mid to high 47s. Oh, there's Mackie. Ties Zoman in the warm-ups. As we know, Mackie loses all ties, so of course he's 3rd. Mackie, by the way, has been here for like 3 minutes, and he's already tied for 2nd on the leaderboard. Oh, that was a clean landing. That's not going to happen again for the rest of this cup, but that was clean. Oh, you know what? I know the line for that final corner. Oh, I didn't get there. Okay. Well, here we go. Round starting, 32 players, 4 eliminations, or more likely however many people DNF in the first round. Low 47s at least should be what I'm aiming for. Get out of my screen, other players. That felt pretty good. I was facing a bit more to the right than I usually do. 143 at the checkpoint. Tap of arms up, I think. My line was a little bit to the right, so I had to give it a bit more arms up. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Just get a finish. Just get a finish. 48's not ideal, but honestly, people aren't going to be consistent on a track like this. And first round is just about finishing, usually. I like that setup I'm getting now, though, for that turn. Oof. Okay, it's a bit more than a tap of arms up. I avoided all the obstacles that time. Except for the wall, but you don't lose a ton of time if you tap the wall at the end. So under a 47.5 is good. Suddenly everybody decided to get low 47s. How many DNFs? Only 4, actually, and one of those is Rory, who's not racing. Yeah, we might be seeing some mid-50s in this next round. It's hard to do this track well. And doing it not well really does mean losing many seconds. 4 speed. Oops, it's not great. Being a little generous with the arms up, because I don't want to just crash there. That would be... That's not something worth risking. There we go. There's the line for the final turn. You do want to land on the left so that you get a good landing. But you also need to get a bit to the right. That was not a good landing, but I have time to reset. You need to get a bit to the right so that you can actually get around the final wall without crashing. Bit high up the hill, but was fast up until that point. Yeah, now I'm behind. Maybe I can get a really clean ending. Nah, not really. We have more DNFs in the second round than in the first. Looks like we got about 10 people doing 47s. Nope. This first jump is really important. Okay, a bit high up the hill, but I'll take the run. I still get a second run if I finish this one. Keep hitting that wall also. Ah, I think I got a tiny bit of this Lurster. Still a 48-3, that should be safe into the next round. 11th, but I don't think there's enough people doing 48, low 48s at least. That was much cleaner also. I'm up half a second. The last checkpoint, still half a second. And I think I tagged a Slowster here. Hit the downhill, but run wide so that I can bring it back in. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. PB? Yeah. Still only 7th on a personal best, though. Ooh, 2 people with 46.55s at the last second. RT and Lindsay tying at the top. A bunch of people that looks like capable of doing mid 46s, but not necessarily consistently. Felt pretty good. Well, top of that hill didn't feel good, but the rest of it did. There seems to be light booster RNG right there also. I think on 142 to 143. Not really sure if I tagged that Slurster or not. Mid 47's pretty good. I will take it. Ooh, my god, a 46.3 by just Mackie. That is fast. This is also fast so far. Oh, I got a kind of unlucky bounce though. Well, there goes all the advantage I got at the beginning. I'm actually down. I'm gonna try this going straight thing. Yeah, it puts me down speed. Not worth. Okay, you can't be too inside on the final corner. You want to land on that downhill, but then I think you need to take it outside before you actually commit to the final corner, because you just can't get enough steering to make that work. 0.4 from Lindsay also. People are fast. Getting into the top 10 might be a little struggle here. That was nice. I had a good grip there to turn super tight. Little too much arms up. Still a pretty solid run, I think. Land left, but really take it out wide. Still tap the wall, but that's okay. Just shy of a 0.4, and I think a personal best. Only a second off world record. Oops. Lindsay, Zoman without times at the moment. They're gonna get their times. Oh, that's really fast, but I don't have the angle. I'm so far up the hill. That was a much better landing, though. I'm up, yeah, 3 speed. I was close to hitting a few of those, but I avoided them all. Pretty clean last corner. Not quite an improvement. I guess I could have done the last corner better. 3 eliminations this round. Everybody gets a time. 47.8 is the cutoff now. That's pretty tight for me. I can't really do this time consistently. Only 2 eliminations in the next round. Second part of that was clean. I got a tight corner, which is a lot of time save, actually. You can probably do a brake tap on that booster to kind of manipulate the RNG a little bit. I'll do that if I see 142 again. Tagged a little bit of the slowster. This is not going to be a good run. It's going to be a run. Oh, that was actually not half bad. Still might not be enough to advance, though. I got a little bit of tire smoke. It's gonna lose me some time. Oh, I only got 141 that time also. I'm at the verge of elimination. Queen through there. Not a good final quarter. Not good. Well, decent, actually. Wow. Oh, okay, that was a... ended up being a 46, which is only 6th place. Maybe, you know what? Maybe it's faster to smash the wall in the final corner. Because you do take the turn much tighter to do that. And speed loss doesn't really matter because the finish is right there. Alright, into the top 10. Practically needing 46s now. I've turned players on. So hopefully it's not as blinding. It's still pretty blinding. Looks like everyone pretty much does the same lines. A couple people jump more to the right there. Few variations of lines there as well. I seem to have fallen to the back of the pack, which I don't like. Yeah, it looks like most people hit the wall at the end. I'm going to turn players back off because I didn't really learn anything from that, and now it's obstructing my vision. Well, I learned that I think what I'm trying to do is right. I'm just not doing it well. That was a pretty good turn, though. 143. Queen landing. This is a good run. Of course, it could all be thrown away right here. Okay, had to turn a little bit extra, but it's fine. Wow, yeah, hardly even hit the wall there, and that still is on the verge of elimination. .19, .2 as well. Why are people getting so fast? Oh, and a tie for the eliminations as well. Pants and Armchair. .133. The game does go to 5 decimals. You can see the eliminated times with the GTR mod, but not the uneliminated times. So I'm not exactly sure what Pants had, but it was less than 1,000th of a second faster, and enough to get him through to the next round. Nice. Nice inside line. A nice little, like, two-wheel thing that I did. .46.7, that feels pretty good. It's currently in the lead, but with a whole bunch of people without times. Really high jump. The booster does kind of even your speed out there, so it's the exit matters more than anything else. Once again, Mackie loses all ties. Yeah, well, it wasn't a good run. I was just seeing what happens if I really throw it into the inside. And Zoman does Zoman things to go fastest. It's a nicer end to put me 4th. I don't really have the consistency to do that, but neither does anybody else. 2 eliminations, 46.9s now, so 46s, mid 46s even, are necessary. Only 1 elimination per round for the top 6. Maybe I can get by on others' inconsistency. Car was a little hesitant, but I did get the good exit, which is what matters most. Got a good landing there as well. Only 136 speed. I was clean. I was clean through there. I have like 2-3 more speed coming out of that. Only a 47 though. That's not going to cut it. And half a second to Mackie. Oh my. I think it's me or Nick here. Nick's had a couple really fast times also though. And he should have time to snipe. Very important ending for me here. Ah, I tagged a slow strip. It's over. Everyone else is just so fast, though. I mean, really, it's me and Nick, and I know Nick has done mid 46s, I think. Whereas I really couldn't go that much faster. Nick is going to come in towards the end here. Let's see if he improves. Just enough time to get a finish. Does, to a .7. And then Mackie improves as well. Top 4 are now in the .3s. Yeah, I don't know if Nick or I had the speed to match the rest of them. Here we go, though, on to the top 5. All top 6 were previous Cup of the Day winners. So no new winner today. Multiple resets early. Just Zoman, Nick, and Lindsay continuing on the first run. Ah, interesting. They actually don't get airtime there. It's kind of similar to what I did with the 2-wheel, but it's smoother, I guess. Now don't hit the hot spots. Tight little bridge. Everyone actually looks pretty similar here. Let's see what the end times are. Oh my goodness, Zoman. And wow, speaking of being pretty similar, Lindsay and Nick with yet another tie. And that very well could be an elimination time with some of the times we've seen it in. Mackie does need a time. This is going to be his only run. I do want to keep an eye on Nick as well. And Lindsay, for that matter. Lindsay will be the last to cross the line. Ooh, Mackie. Man, yeah, 133 speed, so close to that wall on the right. Tight turn, hits the wall. 0.418. Not necessarily sure if that's safe. Oh, Lindsay's done, so it's Nick or Lindsay. Will we have another tie? Can Nick improve in the final seconds? No, he cannot. So Nick, the second person in this Cup of the Day to be out within 1,000th of a second of the person ahead. I might need to go through the logs later and see if I can pick up some of the 4th and 5th decimal times from some of these earlier rounds. This has been pretty insane. So many ties today. 2 for eliminations, and we've had multiple up at the top of the leaderboard as well. 4 players remaining. Actually, correction on an earlier statement. St. Nick was not a previous Cup of the Day winner. So now they are all previous Cup of the Day winners, and most of them are resetting. Only Zoman continuing on the first run. It gets a little bit of airtime, actually, but it is a slightly different line to what I was doing. Very nice landing, 138 speed. See how cleanly he can do this bridge. A little bit wide, had to turn a bit extra. It's not going to cost him too much because he's right at the end, and he goes very inside, slams the wall at the end. 46-0, so I think the inside maybe was the right call. Turns out slamming into the wall is faster. I think you just lose so much time going wider. As you can see, other people attempting a slightly wider line. And Mackie, the one in trouble at the moment, although these are not particularly fast times for any of these racers. And Mackie, I think it's tight this time. I think that needs to be like world record pace. Or Mackie might just be out here. Lindsay looking to improve as well. Gets a pretty good turn. Clean around that turn as well. Mackie says GG, so Mackie out in 4th place. Leaves Zoman, Butter, and Lindsay the top 3. Zoman, I think he's got a bit something extra compared to everybody else. And I think it might be that final turn, the way he takes it so far to the inside. I think everybody else is trying to not hit the wall super hard at the end. But I think Zoman's made the realization that the time save comes from taking that corner as far to the inside as possible. And hitting the wall, you're so close to the finish, the speed doesn't really matter there. Lindsay, Zoman, Butter, top 3. Zoman with the early reset. Butter is catching Lindsay early on, but this is a very important turn. Yeah, Butter got that pretty good as well. Only 141 speed at the boosters, unfortunate. Lindsay had a bit of a better line there as well, not taking as much airtime. Still pretty close between these two, though. Lindsay looked like had to do a lot of steering at the end to get around those lava pools. Final corner, and it is once again so close. 100th of a second separating the two. Zoman, 132 speed is very fast. Doesn't go quite as tight as he did the previous time, but still tighter than the other two and gets a good time for it. Butter looks like he had a really clean turn around the Omni booster there. 142 speed. Whereas Lindsay, 97 speed is quite good there though. 138 at the end of the jump. And catch Lindsay's landing here. 138 as well. Navigates through the lava pretty well. Butter, final corner. A bit tighter, almost hits the inside. And it's a slight improvement for Butter. What does Lindsay do? Much cleaner and does improve to a 0.2. So that was actually with a very wide last corner as well. Lindsay with a very clean run to get that far. Zoman and Lindsay into the finals. Very close times. Only separated by half a tenth, but Zoman does have that 46.0, and that was a personal best by both Lindsay and Butter in that round. But who wins the finals, Zoman or Lindsay? Zoman has 10 Cup of the Day wins, I believe. Lindsay has 2. Both of these racers always look really fast when they are here, though. Lindsay's starting to pull ahead after that turn. 142 to 141 on the booster. Someone's starting to catch up, though. Got that very cleanly. A lot more airtime, though. Lindsay got a clean landing, but Zoman still seems to be catching and passing. I don't know where Zoman's getting this speed from. It's really working out. Zoman, though, has to do a bit of extra steering to navigate around the walls. And here we go, the final corner. Actually, very similar lines. Lindsay hits the inside. Zoman does not. 46.1. Lindsay with a 46.4, even with hitting the inside very lightly on the final corner. Taps the wall there as well. To see if she goes for a reset in the waning seconds of the Cup of the Day finals. Zoman, of course, could improve as well. This is an important turn. Lindsay does reset. Gonna go for the snipe. Zoman resets as well. You can see him just up in front of Lindsay. Very clean first corner, right along the inside wall without hitting it. Clean jumps. This is an important landing. Get that clean as well. Very far to the inside there. Keeps it to the left so that you can get this corner well. Lindsay looking to be on a very good run. 96 speed is not the best, but it is okay. Zoman coming up to this landing. Gets that, I think, even better, but only 135 speed. Oh, but Lindsay's crashed somewhere. I didn't see where it was, but Lindsay has crashed, and Zoman will take another Cup of the Day victory. I think Zoman actually hit one of the lava pools there as well. They're not clean final runs for either one, but Zoman gets the Cup of the Day win. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you would like to see Cup of the Day stats and results, I will put a link to my spreadsheet in the description below. And if you want to join Cup of the Day, I will put a link to the CTR Discord as well, where these Cup of the Days are announced. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.